All right, teams are taking the track. Cherry City with a conga line. Way to bring the energy this morning. I see Apex Twin rolling up to the jammer line, and that appears to be Non-L Rolls wearing the star for Cherry City. Moments away from the start of this game. In fact, we are 5 seconds away. And that tweet means we are off. Apex Twin hits the puck on the outside, getting pushed there to the middle, looking to find a way around. Non-L Rolls dealing with a last line of defense up here at the front with Lunar.
Both walls putting up a good front, holding back these two jammers.
Equinox taking Non-L Rolls all the way back to the rear out of play line. Apex Twin managing to creep around on the inside. Lead jammer, Mob City.
Mob City running back, Non-L Rolls. Another hit out from 8-8 on Mob City.
Lunar making that jammer's life as difficult as they possibly can. Apex Twin, meanwhile, in the pack once again, putting up 4 points already, looking to put up 4 more. Modzilla gonna go have a seat there. I'll know the penalty in a moment.
We've had a successful star pass, and now Collateral Damage is fighting in the back of that Mob City pack to get out, still on the initial. Oh, and Apex Twin sneaking through for another 4 points.
We got a Cherry City blocker penalty, 3-on-3 in the pack for the next few moments. Collateral Damage bumped to the outside there by Lunar. Apex Twin once again struggling, finally gets by that last line of defense, just so. 4 more points in the sky for Mob City.
And Mod returning to the pack. Mob City's at full strength with 4-on-3.
Apex Twin, a hop, a skip, and a jump over the Apex. 4 more points. Huge 16-0 jam to get this game going. That is Thunder Bunny. Pull it up to the line wearing the star for Mob City. And I believe I recognize Ferris Wheels from his stellar performance last night wearing the cap for Cherry City All-Stars. Mob City with a 4-3 pack advantage for some amount of time, less than 10 seconds.
Both jammers hitting the balls hard, but Ferris Wheels comes out as lead jammer, and both Thunder Bunny is still looking for that gap to get out.
Big hit by Evelina is going to be called as a high block, sending her to the penalty box.
Which now gives Cherry City a little bit of an advantage, 4-on-3. And Ferris Wheel scoots through with some fancy footwork, picking up 4 more points.
Isla Recchia going to go join her teammate there in the penalty box, giving Cherry City a 4-2 pack advantage.
Just taking a quick visit with the NSOs. And there's another whistle.
That whistle is going to be a jammer penalty for Thunder Bunny, giving Ferris Wheels the first power jam of the game.
And 4 more points on the board for Cherry City, answering back that 16-point jam.
Ferris Wheels taking advantage of some offensive positioning, juking and driving his way through for 4 more points.
Mob City's blockers are all out now, so we've got full force for both packs.
Mob City making a tight defense here at the front. Cherry City offense looking to break that up. Isla Recchia and Modzilla looking to force Ferris Wheels to the outside. Does not quite get there. Thunder Bunny with a juke and a race right around the outside. She is through. I love it when they do it right in front of me.
Yes.
Pack pace has picked up to an outrageous speed.
And that's a call-off.
Thunder Bunny not quite able to snag that first point. 4 more in the sky for Cherry City. Huge 28-point jam there for Ferris Wheels. We have had our first lead change, but there's no one in the beer garden to celebrate with us.
No beer garden today.
Blast it being Sunday morning and all. God needs a shot. What are we doing, right? I see Slayer up on the jammer line there wearing the star for Mob City. Collateral damage for Cherry City. Collateral damage finding a lane on the outside, racing around. Slayer getting bumped to the outside. They're
fighting through the solid Cherry City wall. We got collateral damage back in the pack and shoots out, takes a knee, but they both scoot out with Slayer right behind.
Slayer, in fact, now right in front.
And
coach signals for that call off. You don't ever want to let the other jammer beat you to the pack if you can do anything about it. JJ DeBoss skating right past me, making sure I know who the jammer is going to be for Mob City coming up. Meanwhile, Oliver Twisted has joined her there on the jam line wearing the star for Cherry City.
Slight pack advantage for Cherry City. We've got one mob blocker in the box, so we're going to start with 3 and 4. Oh, quick run up the inside. And Cherry City, Oliver Twist takes lead jammer.
JJ looking for a spot on the outside, does manage to stay in bounds, getting pushed and shoved and juked. JJ DeBoss called to the penalty box for a forearm penalty. Once again, Cherry City on a power jam, first 4 points already in the bank. Cherry City blockers speed up, looking to break up the Mob City wall. That seems to have worked just fine. 4 more points in the sky for Oliver Twisted.
A little pile up there, but it's okay. They're young and they bounce. Well, Mob City doing a good job staying contained. But Oliver Twist fights their way out and picks up another 4 points for Cherry City. Got JJ Boss back on the track, trying to fight their way through. Still looking for that initial and gets it, but right as the jam is called.
15 points there for Oliver Twisted, that final 3 just before calling off the jam. Total score 47-16, about 22 and a half minutes left in this half. Both teams are back to full strength 5-on-5 derby, just like the rule book says.
We've got Ferris Wheels and Apex Twin lining up, donning the star. Little jammer on jammer jostle there.
Ferris Wheels looking to get by Jukes there to the inside. Gets past Ollie B. Rotten.
Apex
jammer
Twin
status,
fighting
Cherry
at the
City.
back, looking for that opening. And finds it out on their initial. And call up by Apex Twin, picking up 4 more points on that.
Apex Twin bumped her to the outside at the last moment, decided running back was not, in fact, going to be worth his time. 4-0 jam there in favor of Cherry City as Payback pulls up to the jammer line, as does Slam Punk. But first, they're taping the track. Bruce, we've got some, track, okay. We're actually fine, okay.
Scurrying.
This is why we ask skaters to serve on the track crew, because they can, in fact, juke out of the way of an oncoming pack. Slam Punk is through. Lead jammer status for Mob City.
We've got Payback right hot on their heels and a call off. Grabbing 1 point for Mob City.
And holding Cherry City scoreless there.
Little track taping going on the inside there. Thank you, Trippin' and Rabbit. Looking out for our track care. Scary, scary. Woo-hoo. And we got a team timeout for White, first of the game. Mob City and Jet City would like to thank us. One of us.
Slater there on the jammer line for Mob City. I believe I see Ferris Wheels pulling up there beside her.
About 20 minutes left in this half.
Both jammers hit the pack. Slayer pushed to the outside, manages to re-enter. Ferris Wheels with a juke there around Fluttershy at the front, going to come through with lead jammer status.
Cherry City's got a strong wall in the back, holding back Slayer. Ooh, and a run back, taking Ferris Wheels all the way back.
Slayer also pushed to the back.
Ooh, but Ferris Wheels sneaks up across that inside corner and grabs 4 more points for Cherry City.
Slayer juking and pushing, almost got the way out. Once again reabsorbed by a Cherry City 3-wall.
We've had a successful star pass, which gives Fluttershy fighting at the front to get out. Oh, but picks up a cut track, which will give Cherry City a power jam. Ferris picking up 4 more points.
Ferris Wheels once again in the pack, taken down.
Mob City
not out.
hard.
4 more points on the board for Ferris Wheels and Cherry City. Fluttershy, jammer of record for Mob, going to start this jam in the box with 10 seconds or less remaining on that penalty. Meanwhile, No Rolls is once again on the line, getting ready to jam for Cherry City.
Little jostling around, blockers figuring out where they're going to start. Ooh, ooh.
Mob City 2-wall pushes the jammer to the in, then to the out, then to the in again.
Nona Rolls looking to get out of the pack. The both jammers on the pack now.
Fluttershy pushing there on the inside, trying to get around a wall. A little help there from Evelina lets her do it.
And
Fluttershy is out and through, but that final pass on Intoxicate was, in fact, no pass, no penalty, not lead jammer. Lead is still available.
Mob City doing a good job shutting down that power jam. Nona Rolls still looking to get out on their initial. Shutterflies fighting to get through and rack up some points for Mob.
Nona Rolls with a juke, just manages to evade that Mob City blocker. It's number 5, Artemis foul.
And there's those points for Fluttershy. Ooh, and a successful star pass. And we've got Intoxicate out on the initial, now doning the star for Cherry City.
Both jammers are not lead jammer, and lead is no longer available. This jam will go to its full 2-minute conclusion. We had 1 no pass, no penalty. We had 1 hat pass, star pass, jammer changeover. Both of those things make a jammer ineligible to be lead. So we're going to get 2 full minutes of derby.
Mob City skater picking up the directional. Going to visit our NSOs.
They really are the most popular kids.
Same team. I would yell same team because it's like my ref brain is on.
I almost just said, oh, that was a huge farm. Like, right into the mic. And it was like, shut up.
Cherry City picking up 4 points. Mob City
All right, that appears to be Thunder, Bunny, and Payback on the jammer line. One blocker from each team. Sitting in our as-yet unsponsored penalty box. Once again, if you want to hear us say your business's name over and over and over again.
Oh, and we've got Payback getting out his lead jammer with a no-call pack.
Thunder Bunny finds a big open lane on the outside, races around, emerges.
Payback looking to grab some points. Calling it before Thunder Bunny can rack up some.
4 more points, Cherry City 83-25, currently your total score. A little over 15 minutes left in the half. Apex Twin once again on the jammer line. They're next to Ferris Wheels. We have seen this matchup before this morning. Both teams at full strength. We're all gonna roll back, sit on the jammers, see what we're gonna do here.
Little jostling around with the jammers in the back there. Ferris Wheel scoots up the inside and picks up lead jammer.
Just manages to stay on this side. As we said earlier, tape is in. His skates did not leave the tape. There's Will just there
on the outside, picking up 4 points for Cherry City. Apex Twin fighting to get out and pick up that initial.
Ferris Wheels in the pack, juking and bumping, got through 4 more points, Cherry City.
Apex Twin hot on their heels. Hitting the pack and calling it, picking up 1 point for Cherry City on that last pass. Just in time to deny Mob City any points on that.
That is Batty jamming for the first time this morning for the Cherry City All-Stars. Getting ready to go up against Thunder Bunny.
Officials timeout.
This official timeout brought to you by the fact that something is going wrong with the time on the scoreboard. And we are rolling once again. Thunder Bunny sneaking up the inside. Lead jammer status, Mob City.
Mob City, Batty pushing on that inside line, getting out against a strong Mob City wall, bumped out, recycles in quickly, runs up the outside and sneaks out for their initial, but Thunder Bunny hot on their heels. Calling it off, snagging 4 points. Both teams rolling back. We've got Payback and Slam Punk on the line wearing those stars. Slam Punk plowing through, picking up lead jammer for Cherry City. Payback getting recycled back. Bumped on the outside.
Payback taken out by Fluttershy.
Slam.
And using a forearm in an attempt to get back in. This is a power jam for Slam Punk. Collateral damage rejoining their team on the track. 4-3 pack advantage in favor of Mob City. As Slam Punk comes back in looking to put up some more points.
3-4 pack here in favor of Mob City.
Collateral damage looking to run Slam Punk back, manages to do so, but only just. Slam Punk back in the pack, dealing with a 2-wall at the front.
Cherry City working hard to kill this power jam. Slam Punk is out picking up 4 but we've had Paybacks coming out of the box and is hot on their heels. Both jammers picking up 4 points.
Both teams back to full strength 5-on-5 roller derby.
5-0-8 for Cherry City, going to visit our NSOs in the box. Payback picking up 4 points. Slam Punk pushing against that Cherry City wall. Slam Punk sneaking out, picking up 4 points for Cherry City. Mob City with some beautiful offense, getting Slam Punk out of that pack, also picking up 4 points for Mob City.
Right? And yesterday's game was Rockin' Roller City and Cherry City, and I was just like, so I just started calling them Cherry and Rockin'.
All right, here we are, Ferris Wheels back on the jammer line. Super successful jammer here for Cherry City, squaring off with Slayer. Whoa. Slayer bumped to the outside with a big hit by Midnight Smack.
Mob City holding strong at the front there, where we've got Ferris Wheels trying to dig out. Quick bump to the inside. Quick bump to the outside and getting run back now.
Intoxa Skate gonna go over to the penalty box for a direction of gameplay penalty.
Ferris Wheels for Cherry picking up lead jammer.
Slayer bump to the end, run back a bit, back
Zooms
in on
around,
the
and we
track.
have a little whip there. Picking up 4 points.
Risky gamble following Slayer all the way back
Slayer
out
working hard.
with a big old apex jump.
And we got a successful star pass from Mob City. We now have Mobzilla donning the star. Ferris Wheel sneaking through on the outside, grabbing 4 points before a quick call off.
It was a 12-0 jam in favor of the Cherry City All-Stars. Got just under 9 minutes left to go in the half. That is JJ the Boss, and that is Batty. Whistle blows, jam is on. JJ the Boss racing around the last line of defense. Bump to the inside there by Mini Mart.
Oh, and a quick little spin on the inside there. Batty picks up lead jammer. JJ Boss still fighting to get out of that pack.
Evelina going to go to the box for a direction of gameplay penalty. Once again, if you are new to roller derby, you are only allowed to engage the opponent while your wheels are rolling in the derby direction.
Batty pushing hard against a 2-wall at the front by Mob City. One left feet, a quick dip on the outside.
Boss McLeod not quite able to conquer that jammer all on his own. Batty is through with 4. JJ the Boss scrambling there at the back, hat in hand. Meanwhile, Batty met with Fluttershy, stopped and pushed back just a bit. Fluttershy once again trying to get Batty over the line, does not quite make it. Batty is through with 4 more points for the Cherry Blossom All-Stars.
Oh. We did have a successful star pass, which makes Mobzilla a jammer, but unfortunately picks up a 4-earned penalty. They're going to go visit our NSOs in the box, giving Cherry a power jam. Quick recycle back, but bumped out. Mini Mart says no run back for you.
Fluttershy making a point to keep that pack intact for their blockers to continue to work. 4 more points there.
Quick call off, freezing Mob City's jammer in the box, giving Cherry City a power jam start here. Payback Lining up on that jammer line, and we'll have Modzilla for Mob City. Dying. I was like, Mob City.
Ooh. Cherry City looking to press that Mob City pack in on both sides, trying to make room for the jammer. Payback, meanwhile, finds a hole in the middle, emerges with lead jammer status. Equinox going to go have a seat there. Payback through up the middle once again, thanks to a tough Cherry City offense.
Mob City's jammer back on the track, but unfortunately picks up another penalty. And will sit.
More power jam for the Cherry Blossom All-Stars. Payback already having put 8 points on the board, coming back around, looking to try that again. Push to the outside by Lunar and Fluttershy, going to be run all the way back to the edge of the engagement zone. Ollie B. Rotten there making sure to keep that run back in play.
Equinox rejoining the pack, putting Mob City at full force now. Quick call off. Cherry will start with another power jam with only seconds left for Mob City's jammer.
You like Equinox went by and I could see the number, so I started to look at the board because I couldn't read their name, but like you knew it. I don't know these kids well enough.
I know some of them and I recognize some of the Cherry City kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is Oliver Twisted in the jammer cap for the Cherry Blossom All-Stars. They're trying to make their way through.
Oh, and Eva holding back.
Out there by Evelina up at the front with a big hard hit.
No lead jammer yet. Fighting. Both jammers fighting hard. We have a lead jammer now. Mob comes out of the box and grabs lead jammer for Mob City. Oliver Twist still fighting to get out of the pack. Quick little run back there by Evelina.
Once again, Oliver Twisted bumped to the outside by Evelina. Meanwhile, Modzilla is through. 4 points in the sky, 4 points on the board for the Mob City Misfits. Oliver Twisted has made a point to pass that star over collateral damage. Now gonna score some points for Cherry City. However, Modzilla picks up the next 4 and denies. 8-0 jam in favor of Mob City Misfits. 3.5 minutes left to go in this half.
Both teams starting at full strength. And we've got Ferris Wheels and Thunder Bunny lining up with the stars. Both teams rolling back. Oh, and a quick zoom up the outside. Ferris Wheels grabs lead jammer.
Ferris Wheels making quick work of that open lap, already back in the pack, trying to put up some points for the Cherry Blossom All-Stars. He takes a whip around, goes to the outside. 4 points for Cherry Blossom.
Ollie B. Rotten going to visit our NSOs in the penalty box. Little team on team there. Ferris Wheels bumped to the inside, looking to get through. Quick little juke.
Just manages to juke past Lunar.
Thunder Bunny's still looking to find that initial. But picks up a forearm and we'll go visit our NSOs in the penalty box.
They really are the most popular kids at the dance. Ferris Wheels with 4 more points in the sky, out in clean air. As he begins to approach the pack, Cherry City moves on offense, making a hole, allowing him to skate right through with 4 more points.
Mob City back at full strength now.
Ferris Wheels once again taking advantage of a bumpy offense there, opening little holes, and that's all he needs to get through. 4 more points for the Cherry Blossom All-Stars.
I always have to remember too not to say like, "Oh, jammer's standing." I almost just did that.
I had to call my I had to call my kid on that yesterday. I was like, don't tell them things that could help them.
Yeah.
Wait till they hit the pack, then you talk about them.
That is Payback. Rolling up to the line, wearing the jammer cover for Cherry City.
With 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this half.
Thunder Bunny starting this jam as the Mob City jammer from the penalty box. She'll be released in 10 seconds or less. That's why they let her stand up.
Payback with 1 to beat and gets bumped out by Evelina. Thunder Bunny is back on the track. Digging, it's anybody's. Lead is up for grabs as both of our jammers are hitting some strong walls.
Payback, meanwhile, called to the penalty box. Thunder Bunny on a power jam. Squeaks by there on the outside. Big second effort by the Cherry City defense. It is not enough, though. PH Demon is letting us know that for whatever reason, Thunder Bunny is not your lead jammer.
Which means we will have a 2-minute jam.
Pack speed is increasing. Thunder Bunny racing to try and get by.
Almost gets out. The Cherry City swallows Thunder Bunny back up while we have Payback zooming out of the box and coming in.
That was the initial pass for Payback.
Thunder Bunny picking up 4 points for Mob City. We are at the end of our play clock, so now we are just running out this last jam. Both jammers struggling to grab some points for their team. There's 4 for Payback for Cherry City. Thunder Bunny still fighting, pushing to get through. Cherry City blocker going to visit our NSOs in the box. Payback with a little twirl on the outside, escapes and picks up 4 points for Cherry City.
Evelina looking to play a little offense, trying to open a hole there for Thunder Bunny. Did not quite make it happen. Meanwhile, Payback back in the pack. Manages to pull out 3 more points. Meanwhile, that rolling whistle lets us know we are just about ready to get started with the second half of this second game of the third day of this first annual tournament. That was a lot of numbers. That is, I believe, to see Ferris Wheels. Once again, rolling up the jam line, this time squaring off against Fox McCloud. Mob City does go into this first jam of this second half with a 1 blocker advantage in the pack. Both jammers in the pack. Ferris Wheels once again opening up a teeny tiny hole, and that is all he needs to get through and get lead jammer status. Fox McCloud pushing and grinding. He is through as well. Ferris Wheels bumped to the outside, manages to get back in without being run back. He puts up 2 points in the sky for the Cherry Blossom All-Stars. 2-0 jam in favor of Cherry City to kick off this second half. Oh, yeah, you're fine. Slayer and Payback. They're on the jammer line, ready to represent for their respective teams. We are back to 5-on-5 roller derby. Both teams at full strength in the pack. Slayer bumped to the outside by Intox escape.
Payback sneaking out and grabbing the lead jammer. Slayer fighting 1 to beat.
Slayer knocked down but not out.
And is out on their initial. Payback fighting on the outside. Grabs 4 points and calls it off.
Apex Twin once again making the line there for Mob City.
And we have an official's timeout.
And that rolling whistle says we are just about to get back to action.
Donnie the star for Cherry City. We've got Oliver Twisted, Mob City's Apex Twin. Oliver fighting at the front of the pack, trying to get out. Both teams' walls, solid tripods holding these jammers back.
Oliver Twisted was bumped to the outside there for a moment by Fluttershy. Managed to come back in without getting recycled. But squeaks around Luder there on the outside, emerges with lead jammer status.
With a good assist from Collateral. Apex Twin fighting, pushing hard at the front. Oliver Twisted recycled back on the inside.
Mob City strung out just a bit. Equinox going with Oliver Twisted one-on-one. Then it was Lunar, and now it is Fluttershy. Gonna run this jammer back again.
Beautiful bridging by both teams holding that pack together.
Also a lesson for anyone new to Derby. You must play roller derby only within 20 feet of the largest group of skaters that contains members of both teams.
Apex Twin did get out on their initial, but it's a call off by Oliver Twist denying any points.
Oliver Twisted, meanwhile, did have some points in the bank. PH Demon letting us know there were 4 points already scored by Cherry City before that call off. We do have one Mob City skater, that is Ollie B. Rotten, hanging out with our NSO friends in the penalty box. And we have Thunder Bunny and Ferris Wheels on the track and jamming. Ferris Wheels knocked to the outside by Artemis, foul. Forced to run back, comes back in, survives a hit by Evelina, makes it out with lead jammer status.
Thunder Bunny, ooh, quick juke to the outside. There are some hard hits in these junior games, but they are young and they do bounce. Thunder Bunny still fighting at the back of that pack.
Mini Mart called off for a stop block once again. All your wheels got to be rolling in the derby direction in order to engage with your opponent.
Ferris hitting that pack hard and scooting out, grabbing those 4 points.
Midnight Smack also going to head to the penalty box. Thunder Bunny manages to keep it in bounds there when bumped to the outside.
Ferris doing an apex jump and calling off the jam, picking up 4 points for Cherry City.
12-0 jam in favor of the Cherry Blossom All-Stars. About 25 minutes left to go in the game. Mob City will be starting this jam with a 4-2 advantage in the pack. So we do have 2 Cherry Blossom skaters hanging out with the most popular kids. Oh, official review. I see it. I'm coming.
My voice is fucking weird. I sound like a smoker. Where's my menthols? Overindulged.
All right, Mob City is using their official review to request a back block be called against a white blocker for contact made to the center of the back of the green jammer in the previous jam. The entire back in between the shoulder blades is an illegal zone in roller derby. We can't block each other there. And the green coach is alleging that that is what happened to the jammer in the last jam. I will let you know the result of this just as soon as there is one.
And we are off once again with JJ DeBoss jamming for Mob City. Payback jamming for Cherry City.
JJ DeBoss picks up a penalty and is on the way to visit the NSOs, which gives Cherry City a power jam.
Big spill there at the back. Everybody is once again up and moving. Payback dealing with Fox McLeod and a tripod there at the front with Lunar and Fluttershy.
Bump to the inside, and that will be a run back. Back up on their feet, right back to the front of the pack. Mob City's pack is at full strength now.
Mob City successfully killing that penalty, keeping the jammer engaged and in the pack there until JJ is out of the box and re-engaged with the opponent.
Hard-fought lead jammer picked up by Payback. Both of these walls are not making it easy at all for these jammers.
Fluttershy there with the pivot stripe on their helmet. They're going to start this jam in the box, giving a 4-3 pack advantage to the Cherry Blossom All-Stars.
Intoxicate and Slayer down in the stars.
Intoxicate, a first-time jammer for Cherry City today, been a real utility player in the pack. See what she brings to Starhead Life. Big swoop right around Evelina.
Oh, like picks up a forearm and is on the way to the box. This will leave lead jammer. Would have been open, but Slayer did take the helmet cover off. So he's only out on their initial and will not be able to pick up lead jammer. You do have to keep it on the whole time.
That eligibility for lead jammer does evaporate the moment that helmet cover leaves their head. Therefore, Slayer, not lead jammer, does have 4 points in the sky, and this jam will go its full 2 minutes. I promise you, friends and fans, 2 minutes does not sound like long, but it feels like an eternity when you are playing this hard.
And Intoxicates out of the box, plows through that wall, and is out on their initial.
Intoxicate is through, completed an initial pass. Meanwhile, Slayer is around with 4 more points for the Mob City Misfits. Intoxicate hits the pack. Gets into Lunar and then into Evelina. Mob City with a great second effort. Intoxicate is finally through, made her work for those 4 points. Slayer, however, slices right through that seam. 4 more points in the sky. Mob City Misfits.
Both of these jammers racing to pick up as many points as they can. If you're going to have to do a 2-minute jam, you really work for all those points. Slayer hitting the wall hard there. Little bump out on the middle for Intoxicate. And we've got...
They're saying Slayer getting called for an illegal contact penalty. It was way on the other end of the room. I didn't see it. I bet our fans watching the stream at home know exactly what happened. Intoxicate once again run back once, twice, 3 times by the Mob City wall. Time has elapsed.
Mob City picking up
2 more points. Cherry City with 2 more. That was a 14-8 jam in favor of Mob City Misfits. Slayer's going to start this jam seated there with our most popular NSOs over in the penalty box. Ferris Wheel's going to start this jam right there on the jammer line. We had a pivot line start. I will continue to be enamored of the children learning the old ways.
And Ferris Wheel scoots around on the outside, picks up lead jammer for Cherry City.
Equinox going to get called to the penalty box for a back block.
Well, Slayer has come out of the box and is back in the pack now. Ferris picking up 4 points.
Ferris Wheel's there back in the pack.
Two hard shoulder hits and bumping their way through the inside, picking up 4 points for Cherry City. And a recycle for Slayer.
Slayer's got to come in here behind. Risky Campbell does manage to juke away from that block. Risky Campbell then running all the way to the front, manages to push Slayer out on the outside this time. Slayer manages to pass the hat off to Fluttershy.
Oh, but not sure what happened there, but our official is gesturing that it was an unsuccessful star pass. For those of you that are new, only certain skaters can pick up those helmet cover star.
Call it a panty.
I've been calling it a hat all weekend, so I don't fuck up.
Slayer is now still the jammer of record once again in possession of that helmet cover.
Ferris picking up 4 more points. And if I'm correct, this would be our top scoring jam. Yes, at 32 points
32
for the game.
points so far is the top scoring jam, I think, of the weekend.
Yeah.
That is Batty getting called out there at the last minute.
And 4-4-4 for Cherry City, picking up a low block, going to the box.
Huge 36-point jam for Ferris Wheels. I am going to have to look at the stat book for the weekend, but I believe that is our highest scoring jam of the tournament so far.
Mob City calling a timeout.
On the pivot line.
Somebody give me the worm. Show me the worm.
I want to see the robot. The sprinkler.
Macarena?
Denied.
We are denied. They are not here to entertain us. They're here to entertain the fans in the stands and watching at home on the live stream. And that is Apex Twin with the absolute strongest makeup game in the tournament this weekend.
A little jammer on jammer action there.
Miscreant bump to the outside does manage to stay in bounds through with lead jammer status.
And Apex Twin is out on their initial. Miscreant fighting to get out, but Evil then is going to take them a little bump on the outside and a quick run back. Calling it off, but Mob City still picks up 2 points.
Apex Twin skating all the way through to the fourth whistle, does manage to grab some points there. 3-2 jam in favor of Cherry City, 254-69. Your total score, 17 and a half minutes left in this game.
We've got Slam Punk for Mob City lining up and Payback for Cherry City. Both teams starting on the pivot line, but we've got a rollback. Payback hitting the wall hard, pushing at the front of the pack.
Bump to the outside by Ollie B. Rotten, manages to re-enter, just legally sneak around the inside and come through with lead jammer status.
Slam Punk pushing hard on that inside line. And Jules Byrne picking up a penalty. Gonna go visit the NSOs in the box, along with Artemis Fowl for Mob City, both taking a seat. Both packs 3-3, but looks like we have Collateral joining them in the box as well.
Batty there with a forearm.
And 4-4-4 Batty. So we have a full box. Batty will have to return to the track until one of those Cherry City blockers are standing. Then they will call them to take their penalty time.
Payback bump to the outside by Lunar. Points in the sky for Slam Punk.
That's not it.
We've got a full house in the penalty box for the NSOs right now.
Pack within which we are allowed to play roller derby.
Thunder Bunny down in the star for Mob City.
Is that Payback?
Payback, Cherry City.
That's Ferris wheels.
Ferris Wheels
It's
for
Ferris
Cherry
Wheels.
City. Can't see through all those blockers. Ferris trying to play a little defense there to help Batty out.
Thunder Bunny managing her way around the one Cherry City blocker on the track. Meanwhile, we've had a blocker switch out. Jules Byrne is back from the penalty box. Batty is headed to it. Thunder Bunny is around with 4 points in the sky for the Mob City Misfits. We now have 2 Cherry City blockers on the track. Ferris Wheels looking to get around. Does manage with a big pirouette. Thunder Bunny is through. 4 more points in the sky. Calls that jam off before Ferris Wheels is able to strike. 12-point jam for Mob City. Holding Cherry City scoreless.
And we have an official review called for white.
When it's an interesting rules thing.
And we are off. JJ to Boss. We're in a start for Mob City. Ferris Wheels jamming once again for the Cherry Blossom All-Stars. Out with lead jammer status already. JJ to Boss also out. Ferris Wheels through. 4 points for the Cherry Blossom All-Stars. A little less than 15 minutes left in this game. Just a reminder, we do have one more fast-paced, hard-hitting bit of JRDA action after this. You will not want to miss the Rockstars versus Major Turbulence. And the absolute riz brought by the Denver fan base.
Gonna have a quick officials timeout. I was almost like touch.
Our screens have turned red again. Which means I'm going to remind you that our host leagues are local here to the Seattle area, and they have bouts that you can come and watch. Mob City will be bouting April 13th for friends and family, and that includes all of you. They're at the Linwood Bowl and Skate. Doors open at 8 a.m. on April the 13th. Jet City's next bout is going to be April the 26th at Edmonds Community College. You can find out more about that game and the rest of our season on social media. You can follow Jet City on whatever platform you prefer. I enjoy technology keeps freezing. And Bruce Wayne will walk over here and say, it's frozen. And I want to answer with, let it go. But you can't let it go because this is a sanctioned game. Anyway, I get punchy when I'm sleep deprived. Oh, Jimmy John's is a good idea. If anybody is getting ready to foul out, we don't know it. But the penalty box does, and that's what matters. We've got redundant paperwork. And we've got about, friends and fans.
Both teams starting with 3 blockers on the track. Ooh, and some... Oh, Oliver Twist trying to sneak up the outside, but it's called for a cut track.
Oliver Twist had put a toe over the line. A toe is all it takes. Apex Twin here as the only jammer on the floor looking to complete an initial pass.
Mob City blockers working hard on that. Oh, trying to get Apex Twin out. And there we go, picking up lead jammer. Both teams returning to full strength with 4 blockers on the track. Apex Twin hitting the back of that pack.
Modzilla going to get sent to the penalty box for an out-of-bounds block. You also must have all of your skates in the lines in order to engage the opponent.
Oliver Twist returning from the box. Both teams.
Evelina really looking to sit on Oliver Twisted back there, giving them a rough time, but Oliver Twisted manages to juke through. Made some illegal contact there, though. So Oliver Twisted going to head to the penalty box. Apex Twin picking up 4-0 jam in favor of the Mob City Misfits, and they are going to have a power start. That is Slayer pulling up to the jam line there. On a power start, Cherry City will have a 4-3 pack advantage here for about the next 10 seconds. Less than 12 minutes to go of gameplay.
Slayer charging into that pack.
Push toward the out, does manage to stay in bounds. Resetting there once again on the inside, getting the worst of it from Ferris Wheels.
Mod returning to the pack, putting Mob City at full strength. And we've got
Mini Mark gonna go have a seat for a direction of gameplay penalty once again, making contact while not all 8 wheels are moving in the derby direction.
Slayer pushing hard against that wall and gets out, grabs lead jammer, but has Oliver Twist hot on their heels.
Oliver Twisted sneaking up on Slayer. Oliver Twisted sneaking through, picking up all 4 before Slayer is able to call that jam off. 4-0 jam in favor of the Cherry Blossom All-Stars. The scoreboard here is not how it was. It's backwards. And so I keep looking in the wrong spot. No.
It's trickery. Got Slam Punk and Payback. And a big fan.
All right, we are in the stand. Timeout, but head referee says roll that whistle. Had a little 5-second boogie there from the Cherry Blossom blockers. They're working up at the front, looking to get Slam Punk through.
And Payback is out, picking up lead jammer. Slam Punk zooming through, trying to get out on their initial. Some fancy footwork. Getting reabsorbed by those Cherry City blockers, but is out now on their initial. Ooh, and a bump to the inside. And Payback calls it off. Still picks up 4 points and denies Mob.
Thunder Bunny once again approaching the jam line alongside Ferris Wheels. All in your grill, perfecting the 30-second retie.
Little knee tap there by Thunder Bunny, but picks up. Ooh, a no pass, no penalty. So even though Thunder Bunny did get out first, Payback picks up lead jammer and calls it off.
0 points there for anybody. Thunder Bunny slid past one of those blockers while Null therefore not getting credit for that pass, which is why Ferris Wheels was able to leap out and gain lead jammer status, even though he was in fact the second jammer to emerge from the pack. We've got less than 10 minutes left in this game. Remember, one whole game after this. I see the Rockstars and the Turbulence all clustered there by the door. They are ready to play. Miscreant, wearing the star for Cherry City, has emerged as your lead jammer. Equinox going to get sent to the penalty box. I did not see the call.
And a little duck under, and Miscreant picks up 4 points for Cherry. JJ Boss still fighting to get out of the pack. Some toe hopping there and a little bump, and Miscreant is out, picks up 4 points. Big shoulder from JJ Boss.
Iowa Rec, you're going to go have a seat for a direction of gameplay penalty. JJ DeBoss making sure to come back in legally behind everyone who was in front of her when she got bumped out. That time bumped to the inside by a tripod.
Intoxicate with the assist, helping Miscreant sneak through. 4 more points. But we have a star pass Miss Grant calls it off before Mob City can grab any points. And picks up, is that 3?
That is 4 more.
4 more points for Cherry.
That was a 22-0 jam in favor of the Cherry Blossom All-Stars. Slayer is once again on the jam line, as is Payback. Cherry City with a 4-2-3 pack advantage. Slayer bumped to the inside there by collateral damage.
Payback trying to go up the inside, but gets bumped out. You got Evelina Mod with the rollback.
Slayer with 1 to go. Last line of defense was collateral damage. He did manage to bump her out. It's going to run her all the way back to the edge of the engagement zone. Meanwhile, Payback does manage to squeak past, gaining lead jammer status. Payback not down, but not out by a big hit by Evelina. Bump to the inside there by Fox McClout.
Mini Martin picking up a forearm penalty, heading to the box. And we've had a successful star pass, Mugzilla.
Slayer does manage to shove the opposing jammer over the line there in her new role as blocker, but the opposing jammer had control of the clock and decided that jam was done. Just about 6 minutes to go in this game. Ferris Wheels, Thunder Bunny, 3 blockers to 4. Mob City with the advantage.
Little jostling there for position by our blockers. Thunder Bunny tries to duck to the outside, gets a little bump out. Ferris Wheels with the twirl and picks up lead jammer. Oh, but we got Intoxicate picking up an illegal assist and will be on the way to the penalty box.
Thunder Bunny Fights does manage to get through. Fearless Wheels, meanwhile, committing a back block. He is going to go have a seat in the penalty box. 4-on-3 pack advantage and a Mob City Power Jam.
Thunder Bunny scoots through on the inside and picks up 4 points for Mob City.
Pack pace is in the non-derby direction. That is always strange to see, but it worked out great for Thunder Bunny.
Beautiful Mob City. Both packs are back at full strength now.
Ferris Wheels did have lead jammer status before heading to the penalty box. This jam is going to go its full 2 minutes. Ferris Wheels juking and driving. He is out. 4 points in the sky now for Cherry Blossom All-Stars.
Batty bumping Thunder Bunny back.
Ferris Wheels not down but not out, dealing with a 4-wall here at the front. Equinox has to break off to make sure the pack stays intact. Both teams doing a phenomenal job of making sure roller derby can continue to happen even when they start to get strung out. That is number 508, Midnight Smack, getting the best of Thunder Bunny here at the back, and then a big hit coming in from Intoxicate. Those 4 whistles tell me 2 minutes had elapsed. Thunder Bunny had 3 points in the bank there. Ferris Wheels managing to pick up 4. That is still an 8-10 jam in favor of Mob City. About 11-8 jam in favor of Mob City. The math is mathing. 3.5 minutes left to go in the game.
We've got Apex Twin and Nona Rolls lining up with the Stars. Oh, and a quick jump to the inside. Nona Rolls picks up lead jammer.
Apex Twin looking for a lane on the outside, does not quite find it. Now up against a tripod. Nona Rolls with a big whiff around Lunar. She's going to come through with 4 points in the sky for Cherry City. Apex Twin finds a wee little lane there on the outside. Get past two. Gets slowed down here at the front by Miscreant.
Nona Rolls looking for a hole and almost sneaks through on the inside. And Apex Twin has managed to find her hole and is out on their initial.
At which point Nona Rolls says that jam is done. About 2.5 minutes remain. 3:09.96 is your total score, lest you are following along at home and cannot see the scoreboard. Fox McLeod, once again donning the jammer star for the Mob City Misfits. He'll be squaring off against Miscreant, who just did a phenomenal job of blocking a moment ago. Both jammers are in the pack. Fox McLeod pushing. He gets shoved over the outside line by Intoxiscape, but that was not in fact done legally. Intoxiscape's going to have to go have a seat for that action. Fox McLeod up at the front of the pack. He shoves his way through. Lead jammer Mob City.
Mob City's Evelyn picking up a multiplayer and an Apex jump picking up 4 points for Mob City.
Fox McLeod through with 4 more points. Meanwhile, Lunar is also going to have a seat. This is an awfully light pack. 2 on 2.
Miscreants out on their initial now. We've got a fast pack. Little USAR's action.
Fox McLeod fighting shoulder in here up front on Intoxiscape, managing to stay in bounds. Fox McLeod careful not to incur a high block as he's a nice foot taller than almost everybody else on the track there. Fox McLeod is out and through with 4 points. We've also got a forearm penalty getting assessed to Batty.
Evelyn taking a seat in the penalty box.
Lunar is back on the track. Evelyn is back on the track. It went from 2 on 2 to 4 on 4 to 3 on 3 real quick there. Fox McLeod still skating laps, fighting off a super tight tripod there at the front, pushing as hard as he can on Intoxiscape.
Fox McLeod pushing Mob City over the 100 mark. And out again with another 4 points. And the crowd's loving it.
4 points again on the board for payback, the jammer for Cherry City.
And those whistles do signal the end of our game.